Hello everybody and welcome, I'm Son of Evil. Tonight I'm being joined by Isolated and we're going to be casting Yellow Solo Mid Reborn versus Team Mavericks in AEF Division 2. Welcome Isolated, how are you doing?
I'm alright, a bit sick, but we'll see how it goes. Just try not to cough into the mic.
Yeah, well we will try and avoid that as well. This is my first time seeing this new picking screen actually.
Yes, very nice.
It's ruined my previous draft screen overlays, but I'll have to come up with something new I guess. But I like it actually, it looks pretty good.
Makes Rebook look nice. Wow, these quick picks, holy crap.
Yeah, this is a really quick draft. I haven't even been talking about it. I've been too busy watching the nice animation. So interesting choice of bands from YSMR. A lot of focus normally gets put around these position 4 bands, but they've gone and gotten rid of the Bristleback, who's sort of fallen out of favor a little bit lately, as well as the Darkseer. I'm guessing they're just looking at securing their safe lane. I would say.
Bristleback still gets picked heaps, though. That I've seen in the pro scene, at least in the past couple of group stage games. No, not group stage, qualifying games of the international. But yeah, I don't know. People just don't like versing him because of that.
Yeah, he's mostly been ignored lately in I guess the Oz meta.
Yeah.
I haven't seen many teams picking him up. He's definitely still in pro. Oh, geez, they really know what they Mavericks really know what they're banning here. Do you see how quick that Lifestealer ban came through?
Do they know each other? Like,
yeah, they've played. I'm assuming that they've probably scrimmed each other in the past.
Okay. Maybe it's just pre-drafted.
Yeah, they probably have a good idea of what they want to ban.
Well, like, Yellow, YSM's banning offlaners because they have an offlaner, and obviously Mavericks is banning support heroes because they, well, position 4 supports because they already have one, so along the lines of banning, that makes sense, but banning the Nex is, I don't know if they really wanted to do that, but maybe they're afraid of somebody on their team playing some sort of combo with Nyx, like the Nyx.
Well, you've got the Nyx combo. The Nyx bomb for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, Shadow Shaman doesn't do too well against Nyx, and it does Invoker.
Yeah, it's a pretty sensible ban. Yeah. So, what do you think? YSMR are looking for here? So, I've got their. Do you think? So, you think this is an offline Nyx, or do you think this is going to be a pos 4 Nyx, and then they're looking for 3 cores? I mean, I guess they've left it open.
Yeah, it's definitely still open, but so yeah, it always depends on what they're going to pick as a safe lane. And they'll be able to switch it up as far as that goes. They usually Rubik is usually played on position 4, but it's always switched anyway. With these type of lineups, especially with if they're gonna go for a push lineup on Mavericks, like probably want to get some levels on that Nyx pretty early. Or core Veno.
Could still be support.
Yeah, not these days. I think everybody seems to be going to that core
Veno. Not normally, yeah. Venomancer's not really played as support anymore, but they still have the option if they pick something, if Mavericks pick something that needs a counter, they will absolutely make that a support Venomancer.
Yeah, that's true. But I think Mavericks is probably going to go for. I think that Shadow Shaman was like, obviously it's like a pushing sort of hero, but they're probably going to go into a more of a carry oriented setup with the Ogre, so that he has actually somebody in Bloodlust.
Yeah, are they looking for a traditional right clicker here?
Yeah, they need that right clicker for the Veno wards, otherwise they're just gonna get absolutely destroyed early game.
So I'm guessing they either want they want heroes that don't necessarily need a blink initiation.
Wow.
Yeah, Io.
This is crazy lineup.
Who's that? What's this final pairing gonna be? I
mean, there's
lots of options.
Could be a mid Io. Somebody else.
I'd say this has to be a core Venomancer at this point. Well, it's definitely a core Venom, and it's definitely a core Nyx.
Yeah, you
They
can
need-
try line a wisp, but it's just like so clunky.
They need something
It's
to
never-
push towers.
Yeah, like a right clicker for a tower,
Yeah.
like a frontliner. I don't even like a tiny would be perfect right now, I guess.
A tiny would be good. Lycan stands out as well.
But that's along the lines of like Mavericks has like a lot of magic damage at the moment, and Tiny doesn't deal with that too well. So
No, and Lycan you want to get a BKB on. Any realistically, I guess any good right clicking call is gonna combo well with IO, except maybe like Troll.
yeah, well, any core that they pick on YSM's gonna need a BKB eventually anyway for that.
Yeah, you
Invoker
can't
and
you
stuff.
can't look at a Shadow Shaman, an Invoker, and an Ogre Magi and go, nah, I think I'll be right without a BKB this game.
You won't be able to run around. Yeah,
Could they go for like a Drow?
that's probably why they banned AXA, because that's actually a pretty good ban if they're gonna pick up that much magic damage. A Drow,
For
guess
YSMR?
so. Yeah, they could.
I think it
Definitely.
would be really good. They've got the heroes. They've got the heroes for it, and
Then they run the Veno mid. They could do that.
Axe. Ooh. Now I've played Axe into Venomancer, and it's not a lot of fun.
Hell no. This is gonna be a hard axe game, actually.
This is a really, really tough Axe game, and they don't actually have any heroes that right-click very fast.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, Axe is good at getting down the wards, but if he gets hit by the wards, then he's, like, usually incapacitated completely, and he's one of those heroes that doesn't want to be seen until he's killing everything. So, they sort of have to jump on this Veno pretty early. If it is a mid-Veno, then it's going to be... They're going to have to gank it a lot with the Shadow Shaman and Ogre.
yeah, they definitely can. Those two heroes are really good at ganking.
Do they ban the Drow? That's
I
weird.
would have thought that YSMR might have picked that up for themselves, to be honest.
Drow gets wrecked by Axe. Hard.
Or it's not that bad, man. Because once Axe jumps in, she loses all that bonus agility. Like, it halves her attack speed and halves her damage.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
It's
They need something a bit more tanky though. Is what like, so they'll just get blown up if they get caught off guard on YSM. I think something
Yeah,
to
this
just soak
is
it in.
true. Like, Invoker, Ogre, and Axe are all pretty hard to kill. I mean, Shadow Shaman's squishy, but you know he's got a lot of lockdown, so you know he can hex you up and run away.
Just like if they drop Meatball onto Axe Call, like something that can at least maybe survive.
I don't know about Troll here.
Well, that's the right clicker to kill the Veno wards.
Yeah,
And it's something that
I get that, but you know he's going to get galed in a fight, and then you've got a Troll Warlord that can't really do a whole lot. He's going to have to spend most of that game in range form, I think.
Yeah, but that comes back to what I said with like them blowing things up. So they're gonna be looking for the mass initiation, whereas YSM are gonna be kiting and trying to pick people off and
And they've
push
got the
out of
and they've got the
team
Luna now
fights.
as well, so that's the good tower hitter that they needed. I think she's fantastic here. She suffers a little bit to Axe, but it's not too bad.
I mean, they didn't have a lot of choices there.
Yeah,
It's
when
interesting.
they banned out the Drow, they didn't leave a whole lot left on the field.
I think that I think Mavericks lineup feels a lot more solid. Like a lot more things can go wrong for YSM, but if they play it properly and they get that Veno pretty big, it's going to be a very, very hard game for everybody else on Mavericks to face up to that Veno.
I'm actually going to I'm going to go with YSMR here. I think both the Axe and the Troll are just going to struggle so much to find any traction in these team fights. They're really going to rely on the Invoker to be able to dish out all the damage, because Troll's going to be running around at half movement speed the whole time. He can't purge that off. You know, he'll have to get a PKB, but then he's still going to be slowed. The Axe is going to struggle to find the blinks with you know, if DC is good with his wards.
Yep. Yeah, the early game is going to be a big factor. If YSM come out on the early game, I don't really see Mav's coming back, but if Mavs actually pull through the early game and they get a couple of items, they get their blinks and stuff, then could definitely go the other way.
They can definitely take, both teams can definitely take towers. That's for sure. All right, so we're going to introduce both sides. So over on YSMR, we've got Nevdi playing the IO. On the Venomancer, we have a DC-28. Over on our Core Luna, we have Grimace. On the Nyx Assassin, we have Grolacost. Playing the Rubik, we have D Wood. Moving across to Mavericks, who look like they're grouping up for a level 1 smoke gank. We have on the Shadow Shaman, Hawkeye Pierce, Mav K on that Troll Warlord, Axe being played by Scroats. On the Ogre Magi, we have Pandera, and finally on Invoker, we have Novalau, and they're all smoked up now. Looking for some action.
30 seconds to battle.
Wrapping around, it looks like Rubik might be the target here. He's got the Ignite. What's the team moving in to try and catch him? Rubik's making a bit of space. I don't know if they're going to have to get the Shadow Shaman in range here for the Shackles, but Nevdi comes in, he's got the Tether, and with that extra move speed, there's not going to be any first blood here for Mavericks, unfortunately.
Shadow Shaman definitely should have been at the front there.
Yeah, they needed to lead with the Shackles in order to get that kill, and they just didn't have enough lockdown.
They nearly got it. If the Axe got the block off, they would have got that kill, but it's very, very hard with the Shadow Shaman's slow base move speed. Like, he's got that huge buff with the damage, but the move speed is definitely very, very hard for him to grab.
And there's not a whole heap of range on that Shackles either.
No.
Who are they after? The Rubik. Yeah, he's got a little bit more move speed than Shadow Shaman. If you come in at the right angle, you do get the Shackles, but you know, maybe it was worth him going Hex first over the Shackles.
Oh, definitely not in the end game. Like, in the laning stage and stuff, he would have suffered. But if he had to, I guess he could have held on to the point and used it. But they really should have just done that better and got that off.
And Mavericks going for the tri-lane rather than a traditional setup. I think this is pretty good. I mean, the Axe is going to beat the Nyx Assassin.
Yep, they've done this perfectly.
It's going to put a lot, as we can see, like it's putting a lot of pressure on this Invoker though.
This just got wrecked. One Shackle and
Io goes down, and the Invoker goes down mid as well.
Actually, see the Null Talisman on the Veno and mid. I don't play a lot of Veno mid, but it's a bit different.
Ooh, missed the Gale on an Overlow mid.
Well, here comes the cliff. Here comes the cliff. Come on, Ruben.
It's been nerfed, man. Oh, what? Oh,
Easy.
He's got his TP. Yeah, he's gonna be fine. That's supposed to be nerfed, wasn't it? I thought they removed that.
Well, you can't cliff heroes.
Yeah, it was a patch note.
Nope. Good work, Astrog.
Been paid too much. Or maybe it's not enough and he's protesting with dodgy patches. So Venomancer seems to be taking the early lead in the mid lane 8-4 versus the 3-2 of Novalau's Invoker. Not really surprising considering the Rubik has spent a little bit of time there putting the pressure on, and he did die as well under his own tower. We're looking for the Invoker. They've got the Shackles. Follow up with the Ignite. Few right clicks and kill goes the way of the Ogre Magi. They're looking for the Rubik next, chasing him down. Could be in some trouble, but he's going to be able to escape underneath the tower, and Hawkeye takes a couple of right clicks, but not looking to dive for that one. And Io back again. At least he's keeping his bottle
Invoker
filled.
and Veno in mid lane. Invoker just got a
Oh,
regen.
trading it. He's sitting up on the high ground. And I think Novalau
Deny
maybe
himself,
dies
deny
here.
himself.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a pro! Gets the deny with the Forge Spirit. That's brilliant.
I don't know if you can call that pro. He was on 6 HP from one tick. But yeah, that was pretty good.
It's more it's not the ability to right click, but the presence of mind to do it
Yeah.
at all.
I think he heard me actually. Actually tuned into them right now, feeding them everything. Boots on Rasta means that this is another
He
dead
can do
voice
exactly
version.
that, but I mean,
This
they do
Luna's
have that
getting
instant
nothing.
cancel.
She's got 2 CS. Luna's got 2 CS.
She's not having a great time now. And this is the problem. Like their tri lane is really really weak.
It's the wisp that I was talking about. Like it needed to be paired with something, or it's like it's okay as a tri-lane hero, but it's you can get way better heroes that would do a lot more in that type of lane.
He's more of a defensive tri-lane hero, and when you have a hero like Luna that doesn't have, like, I mean, you've got the little stun that comes with Lucent Beam, but you don't have enough real lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's pretty much no way that they pick up a kill in this tri-lane.
No, not unless they make a huge mistake. But they're already too far ahead on the Mav side to actually even get into trouble. So, well, Luna's actually rotating out, I think. Yeah,
She's gone top. And Axe is very much dominated that Nyx too. Like he's 22-1 versus the 8-3 of poor Nyx.
He's got a massive stack that he's pulling right now.
Yeah, he does.
too.
That's a 3 stack, soon to be 4. Oh, no, it didn't stack. It's just a little bit early. Ooh, just misses the call onto the Luna.
She can't go anywhere. She's gonna get nothing out of any of these lanes.
You know what? I think. Did you just put DC28 top?
I think
Or
you need to
Invoker.
commit a lot of people to
Oh,
shut down this Axe now.
Yeah, I like if you put Venomancer in the top lane, like he beats the Axe,
Yeah,
no problems. And then Luna trades probably fairly evenly with the Invoker.
Yeah, it's a bit harder now, but in theory that probably would have been good at the start.
I don't think it's too late for that. Like Axe doesn't really kill Venomancer. Like you get a Gale off on him and he doesn't really do much.
I'd be more worried about the Luna in mid. It's just so gankable. Like,
This is true.
Hero needs farm.
She's no more gankable really than an Invoker is though.
Yeah, but I'm saying the Invoker can sort of make moves on Luna, whereas Luna can't really do anything to the Invoker. As far as Forge Spirit Harass or just
That's
a
true.
casual Cold Snap.
That's true. Still probably a nicer lane for her though.
I think Ogre might be dead just from Gale here.
He's chasing down. Oh yeah. He's
Venomancer.
gone max. He's maxed the Venomous Gale too. Gets the kill, so grabs the experience. I don't think he gets away here, but
It's almost worth it for that Invoker anyway.
yeah, Novalau's happy. You know, he got a kill on that mid laner, and all Venomancer got was a support.
This is exactly where Mavericks wants to be though. They just want to keep their lanes in this type of situation and eventually work the blinks, and then once they have those, the whole game will change.
Yeah, Axe starting to close in on the blink now. Io's come top as well just to help support the Luna.
Actually,
This
if Luna
is a
could get
nicer
that
lane setup
stack.
for him. I don't think Luna can take it yet.
Gosh, she doesn't have any Moonglaves. Yeah, that's true.
She's gone 2 points in Luna Blessing too. I guess she just wants to be able to trade more efficiently with Axe and get those last hits. Or should she be like starting to look for Moonglaves and preparing for the jungle and holding that skill point instead?
Well, the one bounce doesn't really do anything, but like if you have like usually you have Luna in a tri-lane that's going to be like secured, right? So you stack for her and she can eventually just go in, take all those stacks, and then come back out.
Arguably, the first point in Moonglaive and the last point are the most efficient points. Like the second point in Moonglaive is a 65% increase in damage output.
Right, yeah, but we're talking big creep stacks at the start of the game, so
I love these.
I think she might be dead. She's probably
Yeah,
dead.
yeah, she's gone. She's got a TP, but she's not gonna be able to TP out in time. I don't think. They know where she's going. She's playing around with them. Oh, the Shadow Shaman
feels
just
bad.
walks straight through it with the shackles. Io is there to provide a bit of backup, so, you know, maybe she's going to be able to get out of this one. She's got the move speed. Yeah, she's going to be just fine.
Yeah. Troll probably shouldn't have ran all the way up just then. Like, she's only going to go one way.
It's interesting. He didn't try and go through that tree. Like, if he just goes through that tree, like we saw the Shadow Shaman does, you know, that's maybe a dead Luna.
It's hard in situations like that to judge, but
And you see, look what they've done. They've swapped the whole tri-lane up. They've sent the Shadow Shaman and the Troll Warlord back mid to pressure the Luna, and the Axe is now in his rightful place in the off lane. Oh, look at this! He's gonna find himself a stack too.
I think their main focus is stopping this Veno from taking the mid tower, really, from them.
Oh, Ogre Magi and the Invoker in the mid lane drops the Gale. It's going to do a lot of damage to Invoker. He might find it going down here. Ogre Magi is going to look for the deny though. Oh, and unfortunately, D-Wood comes in and just wrecks the timing for Ogre Magi. So, not able to get the kill there, but Rubik could find himself getting chased down here. The Shrine is off cooldown for another 20 seconds. We'll see if any support's going to come in.
Chase is on.
He's got the boost advantage too. No, he's just
for it.
decided that that's it's getting into some dangerous territory there. He's going to back up and let the Rubik go.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Just need to get level 6 on this Wisp and then use the Nyx to scout some global kills or something.
Is he very
Bring
far
him back
away
in.
from that? What is he? Yeah, he's 6 now. Looks like he's used his first Vendetta.
Radiant's bottom tower
Axe
is under attack.
is going to have his Blink Dagger after this wave.
It's not a bad timing at all.
Yeah, no, that's really good timing actually. He's had himself a fantastic time. What's he got? 65 last hits. And he's the second highest net worth in the game. And he's got it TPing top.
Radiant's bottom
He wants to show this new Blink Dagger off. Nyx Assassin does have the Vendetta off cooldown. If he pops it here, he might be in position to scout this out.
They're all dodging and weaving each other without knowing it.
Oh, Luna's TPing out. Yeah, I think she's just got an idea that, you know, there's no one else on the map at the moment. Troll and, you know, Novalau were the only two people showing, so she's going to TP bottom instead. You know,
That's
it's
actually really good.
at 10 minutes into the game, you've got a fairly good idea that, you know, Blink Dagger on Axe is going to be up soon. Oh, and they've found the Invoker underneath the tower, diving in now. They do start things off with the Impale. Does manage to get Sans off an Axe, showing off that Blink Dagger. Catches himself the Nyx Assassin and the IO. No, only able to pick up the IO though.
is under attack.
Team's backing off. Nyx has got pops the Vendetta, manages to escape, turning
Oh, the
back
Veno
down onto
poison
the
on Axe.
Shadow Shaman. And down he
Veno
goes.
got
And
Axe.
Axe as well. Oh no, that did not go the way that Mavericks wanted that to at all.
It was literally the last tick of Poison Sting. Not even the Poison Nova that killed Axe then. The last tick.
I don't know if it would have been off cooldown, but you know, maybe if it had a TP there, he lives.
Dire structures are fortified.
You know, you just TP into the into one of the shrines.
Yeah, but you'd have to be Miracle to calculate that. Jesus.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Oh, I guess it's just one of those things that you know, like when you play against a like a Bloodseeker, and you just like you carry a TP because you know that hero can't stop you.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's just the same sort of principle. Meanwhile, Troll Warlord manages to dodge out the Gale, also dodges out the Impale, running away now.
Tower is under attack.
He's slightly slowed up. In comes the Axe, manages to get the call off onto 2. Knows what his target is though, he's going after the Rubik. In comes the Ogre Magi.
Wow,
Double
the stolen
Impale
kill.
off onto the Axe. Looks like they're going to be able to pick him up. Troll Warlord going down as well. Ogre Magi slowed up by the gauge, getting chased down. Drops a little ward in the meantime, and
Top tower has fallen.
everybody dead except for Invoker, who's the only member of Mavericks who wasn't there.
That's exactly what they needed at that point in time. They Rubik stole the call off the axe, and then when they went to run away, he called them and walked them back into their own team.
Yeah, very, very well played by Wood there.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And I guess now they just do Luna things to towers.
Yep.
Yeah, she's really not where she wants to be in terms of farm, but
Dire's bottom
you know, they've got 2 towers now. That's really going to help her catch back up. And
The problem is, this is like Mav's spike. Like when they get the axe blink and they get them, you know,
and it
rest
hasn't
for
gone their
6.
way.
No, they've started losing more since then. They've lost 2 towers, right? Two
This is
two
just-
huge fights.
This is just what happens when you fight into a Venomancer. Meanwhile, Troll Warlord thought he found himself a gank, but it looks like he's the one that things are getting turned around on. Good call by the axe, but it looks like they might lose Troll. Anyway, no, he does manage to make it to the shrine in time. They're looking for the Rubik now. Shackles up. It's getting worked down. He's going to be able to stand on his ground for a little bit longer. Rubik with the stolen whirling axes, forcing Mavericks back. And wow, you know, they just can't seem to get these kills, can they?
That's the Wisp. The Wisp is actually doing a lot.
That's it. That's exactly what it is. He's keeping those heroes alive for the duration of the call. Yeah, he has been caught a couple times, but you know, the tether is up when he's getting caught. So you know, it's really not the end of the world.
The Veno and the fights, and like, just generally they're committing to fights and they're not committing hard enough, and the Veno's just throwing down poison and just ruining everything for them.
Venomancer just took top tower as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Broken just fed himself.
Oh, I missed that in the mid lane. Look, might get themselves a return kill in the Io, who is going to tick down to the ignite damage from the Ogre Magi. Troll Warlord, he's been galed up, and he is going to go down. Last hit going the way of Nyx Assassin. And Ogre Magi, he's going to be the next victim. Gale off cooldown in a couple of seconds. Nyx pops the Vendetta. Looking for it. A little cheeky ward block there, and here's the Gale and the lift, and this is a dead Ogre Magi. Axe call not quite on the mark. I think Axe maybe is going a little deep here. They've still got 4 heroes up. Manages to get the dunk onto Rubik. Call out, but I think he probably just dies here. Yep, unfortunately. And there goes the Shadow Shaman as well. But in comes Novalau, looking for a kill on the Venomancer, who beautifully jukes out. And you know, those slows are going to stop Invoker from being able to pick this kill up. And the Sunstrike is on cooldown as well, so no chance for a sneaky snipe there either.
They need to kill that Veno. Like, he's doing so much damage.
bottom tower.
This is exactly what I was scared of during the draft. You know, the Veno's going to hurt Blink Initiation, and none of the heroes are proccing enough Berserker calls for Axe to be able to get any kills. Like,
He's 12-3. 12-3 right now. Holy crap.
yeah, he's an absolute monster. You have Venomous Gale to 700 magic damage? 700.
Yeah, with Veil.
Yeah, well, so 700. Yeah, 700 before reductions. That's ludicrous.
Yep, and that's only
At level 7.
one part of what's going to happen to you when you get touched. And then he's got the phase boot, so he's chasing everybody down, which is the biggest problem, is that they can't run from him.
Yeah,
Like if
the phase boot's what got him away from the Invoker there too.
They
What did he go for?
They lost the Invoker at the start of that, like down in the mid, and then they all just kept coming in one by one.
Yeah, it's the old trickle effect, isn't it? He's gone for the bonus movement speed as well, which combos really well with the phase boots. 430 movement when he pops those face.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Ridiculous.
Dire's structures.
I don't know that I've seen many people go the 30 move speed over XP, but it is a lot of. Like, I mean, when you're getting this many kills and you're level 14 at 18 minutes, there's not a whole lot to be gained. I think they either win this game before he hits level 25, or
Is under attack.
they lose it at 70 minutes in.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And Nyx has free reign as well. There's no wards anywhere. Axe uses the blink out, double stun from the Nyx. The Clip's gonna take out the Invoker and the Shadow Shaman, and Axe just Limping away.
Radiant's
They're just steamrolling them here. The
Radiant's
score's
Yeah.
19-9.
They got sense up, but the sense aren't. They're to D-ward. They're not to see the Nyx, which is kind of a big problem.
Where's the sentry?
There's a sentry on that
Oh
hill.
yeah, that's it. They've got one sentry. They've got one sentry.
And they have a ward where they're actually farming, where they can already see, which isn't going to help either. But it's hard when you're this far behind already. You can't really afford to be spending that much on wards.
Like, look at Ogre. He's got 800 gold. I mean, 4-staff's nice, but wouldn't you prefer to not get ganked in the first place? Axe Blink Call out onto 2. Because if they're going to have enough damage here, as the rest of the heroes come in, they look like they're finally going to get this Animancer. Axe grabs the dunk, chasing the Luna down now. She's trying to juke out through the towers, pops the Mask of Mana. It's going to give her the extra move speed she needs. And Axe Call Blink just a little bit off the mark as the IO pulls them slightly off to the side. It's enough for the IO to get out, but
I don't think the Rubik knew where he was just then. He just sort of
I think
stood
he got a little lost.
there. Happens every time.
Mavericks. Oh, I think they must be really relieved to have finally caught something here.
Yeah, they needed that too. That's then they get this free tower as well, which is a huge thing. Get kills and get the objectives. This meta, it seems that it's very lane orientated, and then once you secure your lanes, you go and take everything as 5, and then every time you get a kill, you take a tower, because the towers are so strong too, because of that armor buff. You need to have the whole team with you.
It almost feels
pushing
very
is hard.
deathball-y, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, that split pushing kind of, Admiral Bulldog TI has been like pushed out of the meta a lot by the towers being buffed and the creeps being worth more XP now. You sort of just want to farm for a bit and then take everything, which is what they're doing. And they have those blink daggers, so they can do that now. But they can't make any more mistakes on the team of Maverick. They need to get more items on Troll too. That's for sure.
Yeah, what's he got at the moment? He's got his Vlads, which is a fairly important item. Do they have any magic? Does anyone have a hood? Does anyone have? Okay, Axe has got a hood, and looks like he's building into the pipe.
Yeah, because
I don't
their
know,
Venom's going towards Ags, and once he poison ultis with Ags, it's just gonna be AIDS everywhere. Everyone's gonna die.
So, 4-staff is nice, but should Ogre Magi be looking at like another pipe instead? Do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he'll actually get to a pipe if this game keeps going the way it is. I think, yeah, well, the Axe is going to get the pipe anyway, right? He's got a hood.
Yeah, he's already most of the way there. But yeah, pipe stack. As long as you don't overlap the active, they completely stack.
Let's see if they can do this.
And see, this is what sucks. Like, look at these wards. Axe can't initiate on this. They're gonna find the Ogre Magi as well. See you later, Ogre. Here comes the Invoker. Tornado EMP combination. Axe misses the Blink Dagger on everyone he might want to get it on. In comes Luna with the Eclipse. Manages to pick up one. They're going to be able to get another one here. Axe on the run, moving away. Does have the ult on him. So yeah, both the supports for Mavericks going down here. Roche still up. They did manage to pick up the Invoker as well in the mid lane, thanks to the Nyx Assassin and the Rubik. Oh, Axe catches a call out onto the Rubik. Yeah, I don't think he killed the Rubik here. Or maybe he's... No, the Dunk's on cooldown. He might be able to get out of this one, taking damage. No, unfortunately not. Axe pops the hood, gets stunned up. Active already down. There's the lift. And Sia, Axe unfortunately whiffed the Kung Blade earlier, so couldn't get the kill out onto the Rubik. And Rubik just not attacking fast enough for him to be able to proc enough Kung Blade swings.
I don't know where they stayed just then. Mavs. They should have just ran. But
Yeah, I thought the Axe jumping back in was a little questionable.
if they got a good call, then sure, they can get a couple of kills there, but it's very hard when you can't see anything.
It might have been more that Axe was looking to stop them initiating on the troll.
Yeah, like to usher him out, but
Yeah, that's right.
Sure.
Like, if Axe dies, it's not as bad as if Troll dies. So, you know, I guess maybe what he was hoping is that if he jumped onto the Rubik, like, I think it was a blind blink into the trees. So perhaps he was hoping to catch more. But, you know, Troll, you know, they didn't swap targets. Venomancer didn't, you know, then go and get the Rubik instead. They just left him.
Yep.
And he managed to survive through it anyway. And they still got the kill on Troll.
Really, really good vision up from Yellow Submarine for these wisp ganks or whatever they want to do on the map. They can see everything with those 2 wards, 3 wards. So.
Yeah, they know where everyone is. It is really not safe for Mavericks right now. And look, they're just going to group up again. They're just going to scout out, and this top tower is going to go in the next minute or so. Faux show.
What? Didn't Mavericks just put down a sentry and they can't see those 2 wards on that hill?
Which one?
The top shrine, the Dire Shrine.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's a YSMR sentry.
Is it?
Yes, Radiant sentry. Ooh,
I swear
Axe.
Rasta just put it down.
Well, they've got a blink now on Nyx Assassin, body blocking the Axe up. Picks himself up a kill, going the way of Grimace. I don't know. Are you happy with that trade? Like, you lost your Axe, but you got a tower. Is that worth it?
Nah, definitely not when they're gonna push tier 3s.
Is under attack.
I reckon.
Novalau, he's going really
No.
deep here. They might catch themselves the Nyx. No, he's got the Vendetta. He's going to be able to get away.
They're gonna try catch other people. I think they're all gone. Oh, they got the Ogre.
Yeah, Ogre's dead. He's not getting out of this. They
I
bought some
swear,
space. They definitely bought some time.
swear top Dire Shrine, there's a Dire Sentry, and then there's a Radiant Ward within vision of it. And the Shaman
Actually,
put that sentry down.
You're right. You're right. It is.
And he walked past them, like he just walked over the wards. So confused.
I don't
Like
know.
he didn't even notice it at all.
Maybe he was too scared to de-ward it. He didn't want to hang around.
Yeah, but he walked like from like he's on the Dire, right? So he walked down the hill like towards the Radiant. Like he could have hit it instead of going down. I don't know.
I don't know.
It must be a long day for the old Shadow Shaman.
Maybe he wanted them to know he was there.
Yeah. Scare tactics. I like it.
No. He's making space. If they know he's there, then they might try and gank him, and that creates space somewhere else on the map.
Here comes the
Oh.
Death
Gone. Oh, and look at the
Oh,
stolen
stolen.
Serpent Wards.
Ball. That's not good.
Oh, Ward again in here. In goes the Luna, drops the Eclipse, manages to pick up a kill onto Invoker. Getting stunned up now. Axe manages to grab that call, but she does have the Aegis, so she'll be back up in a second. Meanwhile, mid tower does go down. Slowed up for now. Getting lifted up. Axe blink call onto 2. Very nice call here. Looks like they're going to be able to take out the Luna. They've already got the Rubik Culling Blade out. Shadow Shaman going down again. Poor Shaman.
Where's Wisp going back? Oh, he's dead. 100%.
Yep, back he goes. No creeps for him to tether out to, unfortunately.
I don't think he's gonna get out of there anyway, even if he wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, you tether out to a creep and Axe just blink calls you. There's pretty low odds of a proper escape. Axe has got enough for his blade mail now too.
Yeah, but the Veno has Aghanim, so GG. AIDS will be spread.
Is this the point of the game where everyone just sells whatever items they have and gets a blade mail?
I don't think that'll save them anyway.
It won't save them, but you know you'll get a Veno.
How much damage does Poison Nova do? Scepter?
What are we looking at here with Scepter?
110.
110 times 16, 1,760 damage.
So that's Shadow Shaman dead. And Ogre dead.
Yep, Shadow Shaman
Axe nearly
dies.
dead.
Yeah, accidentally dies. Ogre dies.
Invoker nearly dies.
Invoker nearly. Yeah.
That's without Veil, by the way, too.
No, I was just calculating with Veil.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, that was with Veil.
Horrific. What a hero, man. What a hero.
I mean, all he has to do is right-click you once, and that's the remainder of the damage for all of the heroes. Nyx is going to scout this out here. They don't have any detection in the area. Again.
Yeah, they're really lacking on sentry wards, eh?
They've got a smoke as well. What's stopping them from going high ground again here?
Nothing really. I think they just don't know where they are and they don't want to get initiated on. Like, because that's how Mav wins, right? They have to blow somebody up.
Oh,
They have
here's
to
the
blink call the
smoke.
Venno.
They are looking for something.
I don't think they can even, like, blink call and blow up Venno. Yeah, anyway. It's too
Axe hasn't
tanky.
spent his gold yet. I'd say he's probably trying to decide whether or not he wants to get Blade Mail or a 4-staff. He could even be wanting to go straight BKB, but
I think he needs some full staff to get out. He can go in and call, but if he goes in and calls and stays a little bit too long, he's dead instantly. So maybe just to jump in, call, bring them in, full staff away.
yeah, if you call, you'd almost play him a little bit like a Clockwork, where you would hook shot in and 4-staff out.
Yeah,
Same
yeah,
thing.
that's what I
Yeah,
mean.
blink in. Oh, blinks in, catches the Rubik and comes in broken with the follow-up. He's got the Blink Dagger as well. Io trying to do his best, doesn't get to relocate out. And he will be back to visit them in just a second. We'll see if the team's in a position to want to back him up. Looks like they're going to let him go. Sort of sitting themselves in a position where he could potentially tether out, but getting
Three
bashed up
kills.
by the
There's
troll.
absolutely nothing then. They just dumped them for no reason. It's really bad.
Yeah, unfortunately, it started with the Rubik.
And then
I
the
almost
Wisp tried
feel
to
like
save him.
between Luna and Venomancer, if they drop their ults, they probably die, but they probably kill everyone as well.
Yeah. You get the Agnums on Luna and just like put it on Venno, blink him in.
That sounds pretty cancerous. And Venomancer's going for the Octarine next too. See, that's incredible. Like, have you ever had Octarine, Veil, and Ags on a Venomancer before?
No, I don't play that hero. I just feel bad playing it, so try to avoid it.
Like when you use your Poison Nova, you're just invincible. Like you get a couple of heroes in it, and
Oh, because you heal up so much?
it's insane. It's insane. It's absolutely ridiculous. And then you've got a Poison Nova, a 1700 damage spell on a 45-second cooldown as well. Nick's gonna catch himself a Shadow Shaman. There it is. Couple of blinks in.
I think Ogre's
Showing off Dagon too.
So this is how it should have went before, instead of 3 of them dying, so hopefully they can push up now.
Yeah, I think they maybe just got a little bit overconfident and underestimated the kill potential that Mavericks had. Look at the Ogre, he's creep skipping. Is this what it's come to? Oh, and the
They'll just go
Roche. Back up, that's a pretty quick respawn. Mavericks have no idea that this is happening either.
They probably do. If they're not pushing, they're probably rushing.
I mean, you can have a fair guess, but they don't have any wards around the pit. They didn't see anyone go in. And if they know, they're not looking to fight by the looks of it. Troll Warlord going in for an MKB. Do you feel like this is a game on Troll Warlord where you just accept that maybe you're a ranged hero and you go like Hurricane Pike and Diffusal Blade?
I think trolls are too stubborn to do that. There's no way.
Like I've done the build before. It's honestly fairly legit.
Of course you've done that build before. You're one of those guys that I'm like, why aren't you in free to play right now? Why am I muted again?
I've never been to low prio. I've never been muted. It's just never happened to me.
Down there.
People, people just like me too much. I'm nice of a guy. Yeah, I've got that PMA in all my pubs.
Got like your commends on your profile page. I've got how many times I've been in low priority. Scare people.
Wouldn't that be a great counterpart? Like I've got my solo MMR in my profile, and then I've got like my commends as like my next one. Very aggressive smoke. We'll see if they're going to catch something. They, I think the two heroes you don't want here. You don't want to catch Rubik. You don't want to catch Venomancer.
They know that they're smoked, I think.
They don't know that the axe is there. He manages to call out onto the Luna, and they're going to be able to burst her down really quick. No, they're not. Io with the big saves, pulling her off to the side, not all the way back. Really good play here, but the BKB on the troll wall is going to keep him alive for now. They do manage to take out the Shadow Shaman, and now they're just going to farm the wards. They do have the bleed daggers. Oh, Invoker. Oh, able to keep himself alive for now, and Troll managed to get lift up. He was almost out of that one too, I think.
They actually baited their Luna then to just whisk teleport her back. Pretty risky, but worked.
Yeah, and I love Nevdi's play there. Like, he didn't bring her back to the well, completely out of harm's way. He just pulled her into the trees.
Yeah, I have no. I think did they see the smoke with that ward?
I'm not sure. I missed it. But here we go. Another fight. Cheese popped on the Venomancer. They're going to be able to pick up the kill on the axe.
That's really bad.
Shadow Shaman trying to make his way away. He's going to pop the shrine. No, he's not. He's going to die before he gets the chance to do it. Buyback from the axe. He still hasn't spent his gold. Gets a call onto the Luna. Not going to be enough, though. Hurricane pike herself away. Going to be just fine. They do pick up a kill on Rubik as well. Trollwaller doing his best, but he's just slowed up so much. Doing their best to repel, but... Yep, they've still got Aegis. They've still got all these wards on the high ground. This is just their tower for sure. I think... Do you think they're happy to just back off here, or do they want everything?
I don't know. Maybe Luna should have played a little bit more aggressive there, but now they have to. They don't have enough.
Actually, they bought back on Rubik. Oh, that would have been last fight, actually. That was a scratch the only buyback for this one.
Yeah, just go back and push out bot.
I mean,
really, Mavs should be looking to fight them right now. They should be jumping outside base to go and fight them.
You really want to, like, with a buyback already committed on your axe, do they really want to fight into an Aegis?
They have to. There's only 4 there, and if they come into their base and they start pushing stuff, then it puts them in a bad position where they can't get the blinks off.
I mean, if they lose the fight, they probably lose the game.
Yeah, that's the price. So they're gonna force fight anyway.
Who are they after? What are they gonna catch here? Oh, Io again with the TP blade. And back he goes. Has he got anything to tether out to? Oh, Luna brings in the illusions, but axe call too fast.
Yeah, it's actually kind of good because the Wisp has 1 kill and 7 deaths, so they don't get very much for killing the Wisp, but...
Yeah, it's not too bad, is it?
Doesn't need to happen, I guess.
YSMR are happy... Sorry, Mavericks are happy to get anything right now, I think.
Oh, definitely, but... Every time you kill somebody in Dota, you're usually trying to take an objective, right? Like, they can't take anything.
Yeah, he doesn't really give you access to anything, does he? Like,
big team fights need to come out from
Mavericks. Like, even if you kill the Luna here, can you really go... could you really take an objective? I feel like Venomance is the one that has to die.
Yep. Venom does need to die, but they also need to have their lanes pushed. Like, need to have some vision up so that they can dodge the other people after they take out that one person. It's gonna take a lot, but can happen. Can definitely happen. Invoke is very good late game, especially with Troll and stuff, so.
Oh, Rubik, Battle of the Magi here, manages to get the return. Ooh, onto the Invoker, and there's Gorlakos to pick up the pieces. Yeah, that's a pretty good trade, I think. Your Rubik for your Invoker. And with this, grouping up, looking to push that bottom lane. They've got the tier 3 down already, and we've got about a third of the HP gone in this range rack, so. All the heroes down. What have we got as far as buyback status? Invoker does have a buyback, so they might force this one out, I think. There it is, buyback. They've bought themselves the Luna. We'll see a Sunstrike come in a second. But there is another relocate play by Novalau, keeping his core, sorry, Nevdi, keeping his cores alive. Chasing down Nova now. Oh.
Did you see that? You nearly got him out. That was close.
Nearly. Got TP'd back, unfortunately. Luna was dead there either way.
Oh yeah.
Like if the relocate didn't bring him back, then the tornado would have got him. So good hold there by Mavericks. They're keeping themselves in the game. What are we looking at? 1500 gold swing. It's not too bad. You happy with that?
Buyback expended there. On,
this is true. But like even in spite of the buyback, they still came out 1500 ahead.
Yeah, but they need to win those big fights too, because they have that BKB on Troll, and if Troll gets hit before it or like doesn't have it long enough, they're gonna start to struggle. It's on 7 seconds now, so he's used it a couple times, but it's very important that Troll's smashing things the whole time.
Is this a game on Venomancer where you could consider going the Poison Sting slow over the Plague Ward?
Nah, I don't think so. But they're both good in different ways in different situations.
Or they've got themselves the axe, getting scattered out by the Nyx Assassin. Drops the stun. He's got finally got the blade mail. He's going to keep him alive for a little bit longer, get a little bit of damage dealt out, but he's just getting kited around, and down he's going to go. The only question was who got the kill, but it goes to DC 28.
How'd they even catch him then?
Nyx scattered him.
Okay.
Nyx was in the area, managed to get the Vendetta and the stun. Rubik blinked in, and that was it. Someone's going to have to go back bottom as well. So go back top. They've got 2 Forge Spirits and the Siege Creep pushing in. They're going to lose this tower really quick, actually.
Do not underestimate Forge Spirits. They do so much damage to towers. It's ridiculous. And the Siege Creep upgrade, of course, but...
Yeah, 92. BIT of 1.5 as well. That's pretty decent BIT, actually, isn't it?
Yep. Not bad at all. I feel like Mavericks needs to get some wards in locations that they can work with, like after the fights, to see the Nyx and stuff.
And we're already working away on the towers. In comes the Troll Warlord, pops the BKB. Once again, though, Io with the TP out, just bringing him back a little bit. Lift onto the Shadow Shaman. That's going to be a kill there. Once again, Rubik managing to steal those Serpent Wards. Luna getting force-staffed in.
Force-staffed everywhere.
He's getting pushed around.
I think he may have got pushed in by the Ogre.
Yeah, well, his force staff just came off cooldown, so yeah, maybe.
Only Rubik has a... Oh, he's got a Hurricane Pike, actually, but...
I don't think Luna really wanted to put the Hurricane Pike herself in there. Something tells me that wasn't her play.
Their plan seems to be run Luna in, get Troll to use BKB, and then get Luna out, and then reset completely again.
And it's good. What time has he got on his BKB? Now he's down to 6 seconds. He's going to struggle to get much done during that time. And they didn't have Nyx for that fight either, actually. He was still pushing out bottom. So, top.
I think this is going to be a big push right now.
She's got Talisman of Evasion now too. Another BKB popped, and they're looking for the Venomancer, but there's the IO with the relocate. Once again, getting Troll Warlord to come out. He's got the Gale on him now, so he's going to be slowed down. Doesn't have the BKB. Invoker popping it as well. And comes the Axe. Managed to take out the Luna. Fight looking in their favor at the moment. Nyx Assassin next to fall. Axe could be going down as well, but he's got that huge HP regen right now. Finds himself a Shrine. Rubik blinking in with the Stolen Call. They do get the range racks, and yeah, even with the Luna down,
It's hard to kill Venom with Octarine, just like you said.
it's ridiculous. He's gonna have his Poison Nova back up in 12 seconds. And isn't that what we talked about? Almost the Cogs thing. Jumps in, gets the core, pulls them back. Looks like they might get a kill on the IO here. Yes, they will. In Venomancer, he's going to drop his Poison Nova in a second, and maybe they all die. He knows who he wants. He wants the Invoker, and he might get him too. Look at this. He's healing through everything. I think he's definitely going to go down here finally, but yeah, if that Shrine wasn't up, Invoker dies for sure.
Yeah, but that's Dota. I'm sure he pre-planned that.
That's
He's like, I see that Shrine.
Yeah, Invoker wouldn't have been in that position if he didn't know that he could Shrine up.
Invoker fought really well that fight. He killed I think he like pumped the Luna down really quick and then finished off the Nyx or Wisp, like without them even being able to do anything. If that didn't happen, then because they really lack that damage and that just getting it in, because the troll has the BKB, and then once he uses that, he doesn't have anything to actually stop him getting stunned or thrown around or slowed. So it all comes down to the Invoker, really.
Ooh, and this
Still lost the rack. So.
And see, now that the Veno's dead, they can finally look to do something along the map.
Yeah, they got breathing
They don't have
space.
vision. They don't have any. They don't have any. Okay, finally Sentry Ward goes down. They manage to hex up. Oh, and unfortunately the blink, the call gets cancelled by the Tornado, so Nyx Assassin's going to be able to walk out there. It does secure them the Roshan though, and they've decided to put it on the Troll Warlord. Now down to a 5-second BKB. He's got the Immortal and he's got the Cheese. He's finished the MKB, and it looks like he's going in for Trapper Boots next.
That Tornado brings out the flame inside of me. Jesus. Every Invoker under 3k.
Yeah. The number of times that I've played Axe, I've got a lot of Axe games. And the number of times I've played Axe with an Invoker, and you get like this 3-man call, and then your herp derp Invoker just throws it. Yeah, he goes, oh look, 3-man Tornado, and then
He, like, slams down his mic button and goes, I only know 3 spells. And then he blinks out.
face rolls the keyboard, and then Axe noob, no call, no calling blades.
You die and he does the crybaby chat wheel and sun strikes your dead body.
Yeah.
I love those moments. Maybe that's why I'm in LP.
This is exactly why you're an LP. Did you tornado? Did you tornado a 5-man call?
I would never play Invoker in the ranked game. Unfortunately, I'm not good enough. And I understand that. I do use tornadoes wrong. That's why I don't play him.
You know, I've played enough Invoker that I get it. Like I've been there, I've done that. And sometimes like you cast it before like the initiation. You know, Axe blinks in, gets the call, but the tornado's already off. You know, Invoker's seen the combo before the Axe has.
Doesn't matter. He's still gonna get yelled at regardless.
Yeah, that's it.
It's the perfect community. Ooh,
oh, the 4-star blink onto the Luna. They've caught her. In comes the Troll Warlord. They're going to be able to burst down the Rubik super fast. Gets the Luna out, but I mean, once again, Io's going to fall.
Rubik's blink in then?
Yeah, he did, I think.
Well, huge mistakes.
So,
Look at the Aegis on Troll.
this is starting to look like anyone's game at the moment. Maybe even slightly Mavericks favored.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
Yeah, well, if you look at it late game, super late game, it can sort of go whichever way. Like, the Luna is a huge thing. If the Luna goes down or it gets kited, I think Mav stomp them, right?
I mean, this Luna is huge. What, 2,700 net worth. The next closest is Invoker at 2,300, and then the Venomancer is pretty far down at 19. You have equal farm to this Troll right now.
That's why I'm saying like 50 minutes plus. But they still got to take care of this bottom lane. Stop them all up. Maybe get like a Boots of Travels on that axe or something so that you can push out bottom.
DC 28 starting to close in on level 25 now. He's not too far away. He might have it by the next engagement. I'm interested to see what he goes. I imagine that now that they may be a little on back foot, he goes for the Plague Ward damage.
Yep. Look, there's another ward on that hill with a sentry ward next to it. I don't understand how this keeps happening. Exact same hill.
Yeah, that's weird.
Is that rock blocking it?
No, that rock doesn't block vision.
They didn't add that?
Like there's no way that happens twice and that and they leave it there. Do you know what it probably is? They probably don't want to deward it because they don't want them to know that they have a sentry there.
Smart players.
Like if you've got your sentry there, you can organize a counter gank around that point. Like if you put like Troll or Invoker up and you start hitting these ancient creeps, they're gonna know you're there and they're gonna look for it, and then you can sit your other heroes like just up here or maybe just down there, and you can do a counter gank.
The Rasta just sort of came up the hill there and he saw the Nyx with the sentry, and then he just walked away. Like he didn't acknowledge it or like freak out and hex him or anything. He just sort of went, okay, I know where this guy is now. This is where he is, guys. Don't go up that hill because we know they're there. So I think that's what they're sort of using it for, just like what you said.
Yeah, it's definitely okay to leave vision on the map as well, as long as you play around it.
That Aegis is going on Troll.
They unfortunately weren't able to get anything out of that. I mean, they got a couple of kills, but no real objectives, unfortunately. Look at our Rubik still. He's got himself Tornado. Doesn't get the ridiculous 8-second cooldown though.
Oh, the Octarine.
Pardon?
With the Octarine.
Oh,
Or is that the talent?
Yeah, minus 18 seconds. Oh, a huge 4-star play by the Axe. Managed to get in. We're going to be able to blow this Luna up again. Can Io get the save? No, he can't, because Nevty's already tethered to DC 28. Troll walking, running around, making a mess of the things. BKB popped on Novalau. They're looking to clean up the Rubik next. He's going to come down and, yep, there he goes. And poor Venomancer's found himself stuck in the trees. Troll Waller just working away and blowing him up. Jeez, Maverick's really far ahead now. Dust just missing the Nyx Assassin as he gets the Blink Dagger out. That was a very convincing fight for Mavericks.
Yep. They keep doing it.
What are the buyback statuses that we're looking at here? Yeah, looks like they've all got buybacks. But they're in a good position to force them out now. Holy shit! It's a 5k gold, over 5k gold swing from that fight. 5.5.
Yeah, look at Troll's
And it's about to get even worse now as these buybacks start coming out. Venomancer's going to be first. He did go for the 3 Plague Ward HP. It's going to make pushing up into this a little bit harder. But Troll Warlord, Bloodlust, Alacrity. Look at him go! Blink, Force Staff in by Axe again. Manages to catch Goats. In comes Ogre Magi with the stun. Culling Blade unfortunately whiffed, but doesn't stop him from getting the kill anyway. And that's a dieback from the Venomancer. Do they just go for Throne here?
Nah, I think they're gonna get back. The Luna's back now. The Nyx was actually ratting top, and the Ogre went back to stop it. It's pretty funny.
I don't know. I'm the first to admit that Mavericks are much better at Dota than I am, but I feel like with Venomancer on the sideline for 110 seconds, like, if you win that fight, you just end the game. Like, all you had to do was kill either the Luna or the Nyx, and that game's over.
Yep. Well, these big fights that they're doing are like literally game throwing now if they lose some of these fights because they're such high levels. The gold swing, so big, like so detrimental that they actually get towers or objectives, and they don't seem to get anything. YSM. I think this draft they're probably used to like finishing a bit earlier, but it's definitely not what you want going this late with the Veno.
And I think that's evident in the fact that DC28 went for the move speed over the EXP. He didn't expect to hit level 25 this game.
No, probably not.
And for the first time, the gold graph is in favor of Mavericks since 10 minutes into the game. They've bought this back from a near 15,000 net worth disadvantage. What do YSM look to do here now?
That's sort of expected. That's what I said. Invoker and stuff. Late game, they just show up all the time.
Do they? Is it rat time? Do they just try and rat here?
Well, they could, but it's not the best heroes. You can use Wisp in like a weird way to make him rat, but I think they're gonna take another smoke gank.
Oh, they are definitely looking for a smoke gank. Nyx leading the pack. They might catch themselves the Rubik though, or maybe they catch themselves the Venomancer. Blink in, unfortunately just misses Nevdi, getting Force Staffed out. He is hexed up. In comes the Luna. Manages to take out the Shadow Shaman super quick. And Troll Warlord staying alive thanks to that Satanic, but he might find himself going down now. Yes, he does. Axe, next one to fall. Now looking for the Ogre Magi. Buyback from the Troll Warlord.
It's just the pipe and the Greaves and the Wisp and everything keeping Luna alive. Just Satanic.
Yeah, Troll Warlord do the best he can. Huge call by the Axe onto 3, but no, Nevdi's there with the save. Manages to kill on the Nyx, and the Venomancer goes down, so no buyback on the Venomancer. No buyback on the Nyx Assassin either. Now they've got the dunk.
My God.
And that
Luna
looks
just
so
manned
good
up.
for them. Luna, I think it's time to run. In comes Axe. He's got the Blink Dagger. Manages to get the call out. Oh, Luna, she's going to go down here as well. He's got the dunk. Whiffs it, unfortunately. Luna forced off. Pike played down onto the low ground. She is running for her life right now.
That was insane. The Invoker and the Ogre had the Luna so low, and then she just pops Satanic, kills the Invoker, and then runs off chasing the Ogre.
Oh, they've got the Rubik here now as well. Down he goes. Invoker working away on the rats with Axe as well.
I think the Luna should just ran into their base just then.
Oh, go for the, you're right, she can probably push faster than these two heroes can, for sure.
Well, she should have, but she TP'd back now.
This might be it. I think they're going to mega them here. Venomancer's up in 28 seconds. But she is disarmed. Manages to get the kill on the Axe, who doesn't have a buyback. Piercer is next. Oh, Tower's both so low. Keeps him alive for now. This is a serious game of Dota that we're watching right here.
taking her in.
Oh, they're
Taking her
going
straight
for
in.
it. I feel like this is really dangerous. Her BKB's off cooldown. Both those heroes are both the cores are up. And she's left out on her own. Hurricane Pike to start things off. Luna tries to pike herself down onto the low ground, getting stunned up, and she's gonna go down. Ooh. Luna does have a buyback though, but Nyx Assassin does not, and it looks like Venomancer is going to be the only one left, along with the Io. So we'll see a buyback on the Luna, I suspect, very shortly. Especially about mid lane in the position that it's in. Invoker's got himself a refresher now too. He's huge.
Yep, that's
Swole
going
AF.
to be the difference.
Yeah, look, both of them TPing boots into the mid lane.
Luna has to buy back, right? Like, either now or very soon.
Yeah, I think she's trying to make that the buyback penalty as little as possible, like the added timer onto your next death. I think, yeah, just making creeps for sure. Look at Troll. Alacrity'd up. They do have the glyph to keep him back for now. Buyback popped immediately by the Luna. They're looking for something. Stolen Tornado misses, but Ogre is lifted up by the Rubik, pulled backwards, and there's the kill. So they do get something, unfortunately, for Maverick.
Just straight to Roshan if I was Troll right now. Straight in there.
Maybe he looks like he might be making a beeline for it too.
Yeah.
They don't have any vision. No, he's going to leave it. He knows it's up. Oh, and look, if he had gone, Invoker would have seen it straight away.
Oh, Invoker's on his team.
You're right, he is. 2K MMR caster. 4K solo, 2K casts.
If they fight a rush, this could be endgame for YSM, I reckon.
Does Magus really end the game for either of these teams, though? Like, that's not enough to seal it here, is it? Like, both teams have fairly good high ground.
Use BKB for that, for the Ruby.
Ooh, we managed to get that off onto 3 of their heroes, and Luna gets pulled out. Maybe a little premature there, but she's got the Satanic, so I don't think she dies here. She's going to back away for now. Disarmed. Looks like they might be able to take up the Troll. Gets stunned up. He's going to be able to make his way out. Luna's parking up onto the high ground. She's going to be able to get the stun off.
Wow, what a Sunstrike.
Yeah, that's a pretty good Sunstrike. One more right click's going to seal the deal here, but here comes the axe. He's going to get the blink call off.
Well, use the
onto
Shrine
Luna.
Troll.
Oh, down he goes. Nyx not able to get the stun off in time to stop him.
Oh, wow.
I think Nyx is just fine here. Yeah, he's got the
He's
stun.
got 4 sentries. He's just gonna keep flooding sentries chasing him. Oh, if he comes back in, he might get seen. I don't know.
And Troll's back. Io buys back as well. I don't know what they're going to be able to do here, though. Venomancer preparing the defenses. Look, he's not even putting wards up around this thing. He knows that they're gone. You know, he's just got to push these creeps out and try and protect that tier 4. Blinking by Nyx. Down the bot lane. Troll manages to take those towers. Super quick, smart. Axe dealing a lot of damage. They do have that Shrine active. I think you just have to activate this now because it's going to drop one right click. There it is. Shrine up. Staying alive for now. Rubik blinks himself back. And he's going to drop thanks to the Troll Warlord. Venomancer, ding, 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 motherfucker. Bashes from the Troll. Trying to get out. Io with the relocate save. Pulls him back. Maybe should have gone to the well this time, I think, Nevty. But he is alive for now. Managed to get the Gale, but a couple of lucky bashes, and that's it. Buyback again from Venomancer. Down to the wire here. Poison over up in a couple of seconds. He might be enough to repel them. As long as he doesn't die before he gets that off. Troll already working down. He does manage to drop it. But I think he dies. Yeah, and they're just going to be able to take this tower in spite of Venomancer. Holy shit. What a game of Dota.
Now a long game, nothing better.
You know,
So
I made this prediction at the start of the game that they were going to win in 30, or Mavericks were going to draw this out to an hour plus match.
did you actually say that?
Yeah.
Oh, it shows how much I can remember. I just remember saying that I predicted that Mavs were going to win, and that you said yellow sump. So
You're right. You won.
Yeah.
What do I owe you, like a Coke or something?
$50.
$50. I don't
Oh,
remember
yes.
agreeing to that. All right, we'll go to Splash, and we'll be back soon for the next game.